What if I told you that bubble wrap, the stuff you can't resist popping, was never meant to protect packages at all? In fact, its inventors had a completely different and pretty bizarre idea in mind. Spoiler, it wasn't packaging. Bubble wrap. It's everywhere. From online deliveries to moving boxes, it's the unsung hero of fragile goods. It cushions our gadgets, saves glassware, and let's be honest, it's the most addictive stress relief toy ever made. But here's the twist. This worldwide packaging superstar started off as a failed invention. Not once, not twice, but 3 times before it found its true purpose. So how did 2 inventors, an accidental idea, and 1 visionary tech company change the way the world ships things? Let's unwrap the story. Our journey begins in 1957 in a small town in New Jersey. 2 engineers, Alfred Fielding and Mark Chavons, were brainstorming their next big invention. Both were tinkerers at heart. They wanted to create something new, fun, and futuristic. And what did they come up with? Textured wallpaper. Yes, wallpaper. Not protective packaging, not stress relief, wallpaper. They sealed 2 shower curtains together with air trapped inside, creating rows of tiny bubbles. To them, it looked modern, almost space age. Imagine walking into a room covered in squishy, bumpy plastic. Sounds fun, right? Except nobody wanted it. Interior designers thought it was weird, homeowners thought it was ugly, and the product flopped. But Alfred and Mark weren't ready to give up. They asked, if not wallpaper, then what? Their second attempt was greenhouse insulation. They thought farmers could use bubble wrap to trap heat for plants. Clever idea, but again, farmers weren't interested. Too flimsy, too expensive. Another failure. By now, most inventors would have quit, but these 2, they kept searching for a purpose for their strange bubble plastic. And that's when luck finally struck. The breakthrough came in 1960, when the 2 inventors founded a company, Sealed Air Corporation. At first, the company was struggling. Nobody knew what to do with bubble wrap. Then came the hero of the story, IBM. In the early 1960s, IBM had just released their new computer, the 1401 Data Processing System. It was a beast of a machine, fragile, expensive, and sensitive to shocks. Shipping it safely across the country was a nightmare. Enter bubble wrap. For the first time, IBM used it to protect their computers during shipping. And guess what? It worked like magic. That single deal changed everything. Bubble wrap went from being a failed wallpaper to a revolutionary packaging material. Businesses everywhere started using it to protect fragile goods. Glass, electronics, machinery, you name it. By the late 1960s, bubble wrap had become a staple of modern logistics. And as shipping grew, so did the popularity of bubble wrap. From warehouses in America to cargo ships bound for Europe and Asia, bubble wrap spread across the world. What started as an unwanted wallpaper now traveled alongside the most important technology of the 20th century. And bubble wrap didn't just save computers, it reshaped global trade. Think about it. Before bubble wrap, fragile items were packed with things like shredded paper, sawdust, or even straw. Messy, heavy, and not always reliable. Packages often arrived broken. Bubble wrap changed the game. It was lightweight, easy to use, and incredibly effective. Suddenly, companies could ship delicate items across oceans with far fewer risks. This made global commerce faster and cheaper. Electronics, glassware, medical instruments, all could be shipped safely, fueling the rise of international trade. And here's a wild historical connection. During the Cold War, as technology companies shipped computers, radar equipment, and delicate instruments across the world, bubble wrap quietly protected tools that shaped geopolitics. Without bubble wrap, it's possible some of that delicate technology might never have reached its destination in one piece. In a strange way, this accidental wallpaper became a silent player in the tech race of the 20th century. And it didn't stop there. By the 1980s and 90s, bubble wrap was so common that it wasn't just packaging anymore. It became a pop culture icon. Kids loved popping it, stress relief enthusiasts loved squeezing it, There's even a Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day celebrated every January in the United States. Here are a couple of bubble wrap facts that might surprise you. In 2015, Sealed Air tried to reinvent bubble wrap. They created a version called iBubble Wrap that doesn't pop when you press it. The idea was to save space during shipping, but customers hated it. Why? Because half the joy of bubble wrap is popping it. Bubble wrap has even gone to outer space. NASA has used it to protect delicate equipment and experiments sent aboard spacecraft. Imagine astronauts unpacking bubble wrap in zero gravity. So yes, bubble wrap not only protected your Amazon order, it also protected science in orbit. From failed wallpaper to global shipping hero, bubble wrap's story is one of perseverance, luck, and a little bit of fun. Today, it's still everywhere, protecting smartphones, glass, medicine, even priceless art. And of course, giving millions of people the guilty pleasure of popping bubbles one by one. It's proof that even failed ideas can find a purpose, sometimes in the most unexpected way. So, the next time you tear into a package and hear that familiar pop, remember, you're holding a piece of history. Now here's a question for you. Which everyday object should we explore next? Leave your ideas in the comments. I might just make a video about it.